Do you think that there are actual like tiers to wealth that you could say past this amount, like this is the line that I draw. Past this amount, yes. Before this amount, no. How would you draw true tiers to wealth?
I think that depends on like what you want to spend in retirement. I think we talked about this a lot, right? But yeah, tier 1, 100K. I like that. I think that's a really good number to get
100K
to.
in terms of like net worth?
Yeah. I think that's like the 6-figure net worth is a goal that everyone can aspire to and probably reasonably hit within a reasonable time frame if they're being disciplined and diligent with their finances. So that's definitely tier 1.
And what opens up at this tier?
Psychological comfort of knowing you have 6 figures. Compound interest is a little bit better at the $100,000 level, especially if you have $100,000 invested, right? We know that. What would be tier 2? I don't know. I think also tier 1, like the confidence that you got there. Like that's huge. I think a lot of people can't get to the 5-figure mark. So if you can get to the 6-figure mark, I think that proves that you are an exceptional accumulator of wealth, at least in some fashion, right? You can't get there accidentally, and you can't get there by spending too much. So it proves to me that you have some sort of discipline. Tier 2 varies. I think tier 2 is between like 500K to $1 million. And I think at that level, it's like, okay, you could probably reasonably assume, let's say you have 500K and you're, let's say before the age of 40, you can reasonably assume that this person will get to coast fire or something like that.
And define coast fire?
Coast fire is the point at which your investments are right now, in which if you never touched it until the age of full retirement age, which is 67, it would grow to a full retirement. So let's say you have 500K right now, with compound interest, 8% returns in the S&P 500. By the time you're 67, it'll be worth, $2.4 million. And that would cover your retirement traditionally at a 4% withdrawal rate. I think that's a reasonable goal that a lot of people can get to with some diligence. So that's probably like the next big level, like coast fire or around 500K. I don't know. 500K is a good psychological level too. And then maybe like tier 3, like ultra tier 3 is like maybe like 5 mil.
And what happens there?
I think that's like just financial freedom, pretty much. What do you think? Don't you agree? Like 5 mil? I feel like at $5 million, you just like...
I tend to agree, and I think that there are some caveats, but I think that $100,000, yes, I think you've proven to yourself that you have the discipline that is necessary to like actually achieve financial freedom. $500,000, like it bumps your likelihood of financial freedom. Let's say at $100,000, it was like 10% or 15%. At $500,000, it's like, okay, you've sustained this for a long enough period of time to be at like 80%, like 85, 90%. Like that's a huge gap for like a smallish change in numbers. And then 5 million, it's like, okay, at a 4% withdrawal rate, you have $200,000, like $200,000 a year. That's very hard to spend if you have reasonable standards of living.
Right.
And then past that, what would you say is like the next level?
Dude, I haven't gotten that far. I'm trying to think. I've never gotten that far, but I know what you mean, but like, I haven't really thought about it because it felt like 5 million was the frontier number. Like once you get there, it's great. But if I had to give it another number, maybe where like your lifestyle changes so much, or like you have the freedom to spend on whatever you want without any repercussions, like 25.
25.
Yeah, I feel like 25 is like a good number. I don't know why. It's arbitrary, by the way, 25.
So you never really thought past 5 million?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I never thought I would need more than 5 million.
But now that you have $5 million, do you think past it?
Well, you don't know if I have $5 million.
Oh, am I not allowed to say that?
No, you can say it. Sure.
Okay. So like, do you think past it?
Yeah, I've like thought past it, but I'm like, how is that going to materially change my life so much? I don't really know.
Lie flats?
Lie flats, probably lie flat seats.
It's tough though in San Francisco because 5 in San Francisco, 3.5 gets you like
a house, like a mediocre
2-bedroom,
house.
1 bathroom, 1,100 square foot house in a decent area.
Yeah, I mean, 20, like 10, 20, anything in the double digit millions would be really nice. You could probably buy a house in cash, chill. That's probably where it's at. And then maybe the next tier is like when you can afford a private jet, which is like, 150.
Do you ever aspire to have that level of wealth?
I think it's an aspiration, but if I don't get there, it's fine. It's an aspiration when you're sitting on the tarmac waiting for a delay.
Yeah.
But then you're like, well, you have to make so much, it's exponential how much more money you have to make to even have the private jet level, unless you do like net jets or something.
So what aspirations do you still have at your current net worth?
My current aspiration is that I really like making content. I still enjoy it. I'm sure, Graham, you enjoy it too. And I like helping people with their finances. Like anytime someone comes up to me and says, "Oh, your video helped me invest," or "Your video helped me figure out my budget better," like I feel like that's my purpose. So I want to see how far I can take it. So maybe my aspiration is just like reaching more people and building out more of a business around that in like a way that's not just like something, snake oil.
No. So you would just say that you're very satisfied and content with where you're at right now.
Yeah.
But then how do we juxtapose that with what you were saying earlier this episode? How you were like, I constantly feel an urge, like I need to be working, I need to be saving more money, I need to be doing this, I'm not doing well enough.
Yeah, I think maybe that's like me balancing my professional aspirations and career with like my overall life satisfaction and happiness. Like overall, I'm like a generally happy person. So it's hard to take that away from me, but I am stressed because I still have these aspirations to like build a fulfilling, content business.
And what aspirations do you have, Graham?
I probably want to find something else other than the main channel to fill my time.
Well, you have this, but something else, something in addition.
I want to keep growing something, and I feel like I've capped out on that main channel to the point where it's a little repetitive for me.
Yeah,
the podcast I love, but it's not as like intense. Is like sometimes I like that.
You
like
like building things. And I think you like seeing things go from 0 to 1.
Yeah, I think so.
So like you just like seeing that increase.
Yeah.
Like you would probably get a lot of satisfaction out of growing a channel from like 0 to 10K more than you would seeing that number going from 5 to 6 million.
I'm trying to put some of that energy right now into the memberships and like really taking that over and doing a lot on that, because I think there's a lot of potential to go from 0 to 1.
Right.
On the membership side of things. And so if you want to join the memberships, by the way, I'm putting all my resources behind that. And so there's a lot of extra content that you'll get with that. And I check my phone like every few hours for comments.
He's always on his phone.
And we'll have a post-show short conversation with Humphrey just talking about a bunch of other random stuff. So you can also watch it there.
Yeah. So that's probably where I'm going to be putting focus on. Other than that, man, you know what? Like I had this... Like, I really like getting into art and music. And so I've always wanted to do those things, but they just, I can never do them because they just don't, it sounds awful, but like I can't quite monetize it. And I feel like I'm just spinning wheels if I'm not like making money doing something. So if
if you're doing something for fun, you're like, I could be making money right now.
Yeah, because I look at the opportunity cost of like, if let's just say I put together a band.
Yeah.
And I'm playing drums in a band and we're like, rocking out in like a corner of the house or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, well, I spent a few hours doing this when I could have done all these other things. Or like maybe doing some artwork or something. And,
do you know how that feels or no?
Maybe a couple years ago, I was more familiar with that, but I think I just got to the point where like working for the sake of just working. Like what's interesting is that like Graham will come into the warehouse and we'll work for a couple hours and he'll be like, dude, I feel like I've been here for 2 hours and I haven't done anything. And I'm like, okay, well, like, what would you like to do? He's like, I don't know. Let's put this shelf up. And then we'll put a shelf up. And then after that, he'll be like, okay, I feel good. I feel like we got something done today. Like, I'm glad I came in today because we checked the box. Yeah, and I'm like, that's, I don't feel like,
I feel like
my happiness is tied to like putting up a shelf or like checking a box of like, oh, well, I got this work done today. Yes. I'll feel better if I get more work done in a day as opposed to less. Like, yeah, sure. Absolutely. But I also like, there are other things that I enjoy doing aside from working and like making money.
You don't want to waste time. If I sit around doing nothing for an hour, I'm like, I just wasted an hour of my life. I'm never going to get that back. But at least if I put up a shelf,
but how can something,
then I did
that's the thing that I would question with that is like, don't you think at a certain point, like if Warren Buffett, who's worth, let's say $100 billion is, near his deathbed, unfortunately, but like he's getting older. If he spends an entire day going over the financial statements of a company as opposed to spending time with his family, is that a wasted day? Is that wasted time?
Yeah, but I'm not spending time with my family here. I'm just sitting on the couch, just like twiddling my thumbs, just trying to think of something to do.
Exactly. But I think that I think that the same rule could be effectively applied to your situation where it's like, if you're not working, time is being wasted. Just like you said, if you're not like, you would not enjoy jamming out, even though you love playing the drums and you've played for most of your life, you love all of these things in life, but you will not let yourself enjoy it because you feel like it's wasted time.
We should be saving this for the post show.
Yeah.
Realistically, because then we're going to go off on a long tangent here.
Yeah. I know what you mean, though. It's like opportunity cost of time. You don't really think about it too much, Jack, but I think Graham and I probably think about it, which is like my current hour could be used for something more productive, right? And productivity makes me feel good at the end of the day. Like when I have a really good productive day, I feel really good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the days where I'm having a quote bad day is when I'm staring at the computer trying to do something and nothing's coming out. And it's been like 4 hours of me just sitting there. I'm like, oh, now I feel like I wasted this time. And I also wasted the opportunity to like go do something else.
And really quick, I gotta say, something that Jack and I have been trying to do a lot more lately is just to remove the annoyances that quietly waste time and energy, because those things add up fast. The thing is, we're always on the go, we're always trying to get to the next thing, so having a cleaner setup and a little more control in your day really goes a long way, and that is exactly why we absolutely love MagBack. The MagBack Elite case is so much more than just a case. It has the finger loop for a secure grip, side grips that feel great, a pinky pillow for comfort, and a built-in kickstand when you need it.
That is all built to make everyday use way better. And it also just comes with a screen protector, so that's one less thing that you have to worry about.
Then they also have their MagBack 3-in-1 home multi-charger that keeps everything clean and ready to go. You drop your phone, AirPods, and Apple Watch on it at night, and by morning, everything is charged in one place. What I really like about this is that it's not just like a mess of wires that looks awful. I don't have to like try to plug and play and which one does what. It's all in one place, and it looks incredibly clean, and it just makes it easy.
I kid you not, Graham and I are genuinely huge fans of MagBack. I use their wallet, I use their phone case, and also on the side of my Tesla screen, I put my phone up there. It is so helpful. Check it out with this footage. I can guarantee if you're on Apple or Android, they have something for you. So if you want to make your setup cleaner and way more efficient, definitely check them out with the link down below, and don't forget to use our code, which is also down below.